Welcome to Anthony Lifestyle Blog 876, where I'll be building my dream home on a budget. If you're looking for a channel building related, this is the channel for you.
Alright, so Anthony is at it this morning again. He's mixing the mortar to what? To lay the blocks? Okay. Alright. As I said before, that this may look easy, but it's not. It takes a lot of muscle, right, Anthony?
I have to know the proportion. So 1.5 of this size barrel to a bag of cement, or 2 small barrel to a bag of cement. Whilst building your dream home, there are certain things you must think about. One of these things are cost of labor. Sometimes it's best if you can do the things yourself. You eventually save.
Alright, so he's a do-it-yourself kind of person when it comes on to labor. Labor right now is very expensive, so if you can cut costs in any way, then you just have to do it. I too help, yes. Don't, Anthony? Even though he doesn't want me to, but I have to help, you know?
So right now we're mixing the cement and the sand together. It's kind of easy now. As boys growing up.
Since cement.
Yeah, that's true. You use like a backstroke, so you like a dirt on your skin. It's like making dough. But this mixture you don't want.
You don't want this mixture too wet.
Got that.
Bamboo versus metal prop. I had a lot of bamboo, so I choose to use the bamboo instead of the metal prop. Metal props are more durable, but I would have to be paying between $50 to $200 per day to use the metal prop. And as it relates to the bamboo, I would be paying $5,000 for the 100 bamboo. So I used what I had at my disposal. And building a dream home, you have to find the cheap and the creative ways of building your home, because every single dollar adds up. Believe me, every single dollar adds up. So you have to find creative ways of saving money. That is why I choose bamboo. As it relates to carpentry, it was $300 per square foot for the decking, and for setting up the farms it was $150 per running foot. As it relates to material, I choose to buy instead of rent, because I am going to use these same material for the rest of the building of the house. It works out cheaper in the long run. I had to be creative for the steelwork. I did some of the work myself. For a kit of this magnitude, it would cost me anywhere from $200,000 to $280,000. So building on a budget, I did majority of the work myself. As to the plumbing aspect, I also put in a pound and did some of that myself. So persons were asking me how much would this cost comparing to how much it would cost. The material for the plumbing cost me $45,000, and I did majority of the work. Premix versus manual labor. I would strongly recommend persons to use the premix instead of manual labor. And I don't have to think about buying cement, sand, stone, and getting persons to swing bucket or anything like that. Everything is an all-in-one package. And manual labor, the mix is inconsistent. So I would strongly recommend persons to use a premix. It might cost a little bit more, but it is better. Trust me, you don't want a leaky roof. The total cost associated with the premix was $422,000. The grand total for this decking was $865,000, inclusive of material for plumbing, electrical, plyboards, steel, and the premix. One thing I would strongly recommend persons is to do is to water your decking every 2 hours. This will prevent the roof from cracking. Work. Same street. This cut out. Move that stone there. I can write to manually so. All the way down. Yeah, the septic tank is installed. The manuals are 80% complete. Just need to dress and to put on the covers. The tide is not yet installed, but we give it a test run, the pipe test run to see if the flowing system, to see how it's flow. Just covering to ensure that leaves don't drop inside of it. None is not inside of this one. And the questions, majority of persons are asking me that they find it kind of impossible to build on this type of budget. But as I stated in my first video and all my videos, is that I did majority of the work myself. And by doing majority of the work DIY projects by myself, I saved over 5 million Jamaican dollars on labor. And on building material costs, I saved another $2 to $3 million by buying at the right places or buying in bulk. So that is an additional savings of over $8 million on basic building material and labor costs. You can indeed also cut your costs while building your dream home on a budget. To like, share, and subscribe to Anthony Lifestyle Vlog 876, where we're making our dream home into reality. Yes. Yes.